Is your job about to get automated? Yes, probably. It's already happening in some unexpected places. In an interview last week with the American Enterprise Institute, Bill Gates confirmed that yes, the rumors are true. Robots will be taking your jobs.
47% of all our jobs are at risk for being automated out of existence, according to an Oxford study that looked at 700 U.S. occupations. But workers trained in science, technology, engineering, or math, the so-called STEM jobs, should be well positioned in this high-tech economy.
This week, I'm proud to join the students, teachers, businesses, and nonprofit organizations taking big new steps to support computer science in America's schools. Learning these skills isn't just important for your future, it's important for our country's future. If we want America to stay on the cutting edge, we need young Americans like you to master the tools and technology that will change the way we do just about everything. That's why I'm asking you to get involved. Don't just buy a new video game. Make one. Don't just download the latest app. Help design it. Don't just play on your phone. Program it. All across the country, people are doing code. We're starting too late. Okay, you gotta slow down because I'm an old man. Somebody in this room, I suspect, is going to come up with some outstanding new game, or new device, or something that I won't be able to figure out, but Malia and Sasha will be able to teach me how to use.
Well, I think more kids should learn to program. The strength of the U.S. is based on its economy and innovation. And you can't expect that to stay strong when we have an education system that's way, way behind.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Olivia?
An astronaut.
I want to be a fashion designer.
A basketball player.
I want to be an actor.
A doctor.
A teacher.
A chef.
An artist.
What do you want to be when you grow up? A mermaid.
Do you know what a computer programmer is?
Yeah, no.
No. No.
I think it's something that has codes and is able to decode a mystery.
I think that they...
Wait, what?
Computer programmer?
No.
Programming is one of the only things in the world that you can do where you can sit down and just make something completely new from scratch, you know, whatever you want.
It's really not unlike kind of playing an instrument or something, or playing a sport. It starts out being very intimidating, but you kind of get the hang of it over time.
Coding is something that can be learned, and I know it can be intimidating. A lot of things are intimidating, but you know, what isn't?
A lot of the coding that people do is actually fairly simple. It's more about the process of breaking down problems than, sort of coming up with complicated algorithms as people traditionally think about it.
Over the next 10 years, there will be 1.4 million jobs in computer science, and only about 400,000 grads qualified for those jobs. That's a shortage of 1 million people.
When I finally learned a little bit of programming, that blank wall resolved into a bunch of doors, and you open them, and finally you start to open enough doors that the light comes in. And to me, a finished program is like a structure filled with light. All the corners are illuminated. You understand the structure of it. It's a really serene feeling to have completed that.
I just think you have to start small, right? And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions about computer science and programming overall is that you have to learn this big body of information before you can do anything.
To be able to actually come up with an idea and then see it in your hands and then be able to press a button and have it be in millions of people's hands, I think we're the first generation in the world that's really ever had that kind of experience.
What computer science is, it's a way to impact the world.
I was exposed to computer science courses as early as 6th grade.
Like when I was 9.
When I was 13.
4th grade. I was 11.
It was cool from the beginning for them. They were showing other classes they were doing this, they were showing their friends, they were showing their families.
We integrated science with this programming, and I saw my scores go up 30%.
It's foundational for any type of work.
When I grow up, I want to be a music writer on the computer.
And I do programming.
Coding is a blend of logical thinking and creative thinking. We work with kids as young as 8 years old. They not only learn to break down problems into smaller pieces and solve it
systematically, but also incorporate a high level of creativity when it comes to designing their apps.
My favorite part of coding is when the application is finished, because then you can feel like you've actually accomplished something.
In southwest England, these students are taking a language class of a different kind.
Objective-C, which is the language that we're using here with Xcode to make your iPhone apps.
Just like with French or Spanish, there are rules and exceptions to learn.
This is a really good thing to use because I want to set up my own business when I'm older. Instead of like employing someone to do your own website, you could do it yourself.
Teaching coding and programming is a growing trend globally. Israeli high schools included computer science in curriculums a decade ago, and Australia, Denmark and Finland are looking to make similar changes.
Today we're having a programming competition for 50 high schools. They will be programming Java challenges and having fun at the same time.
Where are you guys from? We're from Seven Lakes High School.
Lubbock High School. Oak Ridge.
What are you guys here to do?
Try to win. Win, yeah.
It's fun. And when someone says coding, you think it's like really hard. And then like you can just go up to people and say, I know how to code.
This key skill is now compulsory in all schools in the United Kingdom from the age of 5. It's not just about learning lines and lines of programming text. The tools these children are using are much more user-friendly and even ties in with their other lessons.
The 9 to 14-year-olds come from a social centre in Clichy, a neighbour city of SAP Labs' Paris location. Their expectations for today's visit?
Je pense qu'on va créer des jeux.
Today, kids are born into the digital era, so they touch an iPad or a tablet before even starting to read a book. And it's really important that they know how to create in this new medium, which is technology.
There are big misconceptions about what coding actually is and how to go about it, but the resources nowadays, there are just so many of them. It's pretty easy to get started.
Minecraft and Hour of Code make perfect sense together, getting people into coding through a game they already love. And it's a great example of our partnership with Microsoft and how we've been able to take Minecraft into new and exciting places with them.
Given the chance to contribute to millions of kids' first introduction into computer science and doing it with Minecraft is a very, very rewarding experience. It's a humbling experience.
One of the things that was really appealing about the Hour of Code is being able to say, no, this is a great sandbox. Come and tinker in this place. You can learn the basic concepts, the same concepts that we use making AAA games, right here in just an hour.
Knowing that tens of millions of kids most likely will go and play an Hour of Code sometime in December, that's why we make games. Everybody remembers the first day in Minecraft, the first night in Minecraft. That's what we wanted to represent. So the tutorials, like sort of step-by-step starts where you would have started in a normal Minecraft, and until you build your house and you go underground, you mine, you build your railroad tracks. Before you know it, you're an expert.
One of the things that's really exciting to see is when a kid sits down to play this and they see that the set of instructions that they're writing take effect when they hit the run button. And whether they get it right or wrong, there's just this light up moment of, wow, it just did what I told it to do. And the fact that the computer is kind of this quiet companion, not a judge, it's a great opportunity to tinker and to explore that we don't always get in normal education.
I think Minecraft in education, if we do our job right, will feel like Minecraft that just happens to support learning. It's fantastic when you can have kids get their first introduction into coding using something as open-ended and powerful as Minecraft, and hopefully that's how we're going to get the next wave of mod creators.
Global Kids has been working with the Brooklyn Public Library to produce and run these gaming events at a number of different Brooklyn Public Library sites. We're able to bring in the fantastic folks at Minecraft EDU to collaborate to specifically use the gaming platform of Minecraft and connect it with the literary phenomenon Hunger Games.
Minecraft EDU is a version of Minecraft that myself and my colleagues have made specifically for classroom use. We're really proud of the tools that we've made that allow teachers to put their content, their curriculum, right into the game world.
My name is Joel Levin, and I work here at the Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School in New York City.
Every single kid is a gamer. It's a common experience that every single kid can relate to and I can tap into and get something out of from them. Minecraft is just this rare game that kids of all ages really enjoy playing. Right. And both boys and girls.
Hour of Code is a global movement that brings programming into the lives of millions of students around the world. The idea is to show that programming is a useful skill that can help you solve problems and make life easier. It can be used as a tool to make games and programs like our developers do, or just for fun.
A newer teacher that hasn't had the experience with it, once you see it being used and see the successes that the kids have, you wouldn't want to not have it in your class.
This program got 100% of my students engaged and involved in participating.
Nice work, you guys.
This is so fun.
At first I was like, kids, fourth graders, coding, really? Are we sure we want to go there?
The learning is still there. The information is not changing. Our students have changed, and we as teachers need to change along with that. Which challenge are you taking on? But if we take on the challenge and do it, I can only imagine where our kids are going to be tomorrow.
Have you done it before?
Yes, it's cool.
Is it really fun?
Yes.
You love it?
And my school's doing it. Yes, I love it. Oh my gosh, it's working. I did it right.
I guess I'd like to encourage administrators and teachers to just be open to the idea, because I know that initially I was skeptical.
If it's something engaging and it's something fun for them and it builds these critical thinking and problem solving skills, then we're only setting them up for success and we should be using it.
I feel pretty passionate about making sure that we're equipping our kids with a real tool set when they leave K through 12 education.
What happens when you can interact with learning that isn't in school is really one of the core missions of this work with Mozilla and Hive New York City. An event like this really starts to embed in why you should sort of understand software and programs and kind of environments that help you think about how those things are built.
I code because it's a fun way for me to express my feelings, and I can have an idea and I can just make that idea and show it to my friends.
I code because I think it's a very important topic in our society and very new and growing, and we should all know something about it.
Just the experience of programming gives you access to a new method of thinking. Everything becomes the steps that you can take towards a solution, and that is just extremely valuable.
You know, it's one thing to use software. It's a totally different thing to get to change how the software you use actually works.
Yeah, all of my favorite memories from computer science are actually programming together with teams. I mean, I don't think CS is a solo thing. I mean, nothing is. If you want to build something amazing, you usually have to do it in a team, and CS is no different.
You all live in a time where expressing yourself, learning about different people, making a business, and a real difference in your communities is all totally possible. With computers, it's right at your fingertips.
It's not about being a girl or being a boy. It's about being talented. Computer science needs more talented people who are not afraid of being creative and making the world a better place.
From all parts of the country, at all ages, from all different backgrounds, and that's what will create the right opportunities for everyone.
Technology touches every part of our lives. So if you can change technology, you can change the world.